This is a kind of controversial subject, but it involves thinking outside the box. Recently, there's been this one company named Chick-Fil-A that's been all over the news. Their CEO, Dan Cathy, basically just came out and said, we are in favor of the traditional marriage between a man and a woman. And a lot of people took this the wrong way. So now, over the last 2 weeks, we've seen some battle lines drawn here. The Christians decided on Wednesday to go and support Chick-fil-A. I believe it was Senator Huckabee was the one that started this initiative, and basically what happened was on Wednesday, a lot of people came out to Chick-fil-A for Chick-fil-A Appreciation Day. I believe their sales tripled. But then the ones that were against Chick-fil-A, they decided that they were going to go and have a kiss-in Chick-fil-A on Friday. They didn't think outside the box. Because, think a minute, this is true of any and all restaurants. If you are going to go into a restaurant, the restaurant is there to sell you food. They don't want people just coming in, just hanging out and doing nothing and buying nothing. This is true of Chick-fil-A, it's true of Dunkin' Donuts, it's true of Denny's, it's true of every restaurant. If you're going to go in and sit down in the restaurant, all they require is that you buy food. So these people that were coming into Chick-fil-A to have their kiss-in had to buy food. This act of having that kiss-in caused Chick-fil-A to have more profits on Friday. So here what they're trying to do is they're trying to spite Chick-fil-A by having the kiss-in their stores. What they were actually doing was they were giving Chick-fil-A more business, which probably made CEO Dan Cathy very happy. So are protests really worth it? Down in Atlanta, they decided not to have this kiss-in. Instead, they stood up in the corner in front of a local Chick-fil-A restaurant, and they hold up signs. Well, if you're driving down the road and you see somebody picketing over in the corner, don't you automatically decide that you're going to have an opinion on this? You're either going to be for the protesters or against. And if you're against what they're protesting, you're probably going to turn into Chick-fil-A and give them more business. So every single thing that happened this past week concerning Chick-fil-A was positive and to the good for that company. You may hold your own opinion on this, but this opinion isn't whether you're for or against. This video that I'm doing is about thinking outside the box. Who would have thought that the ones that were so much against what Dan Cathy said actually gave him extra business by showing up for Friday's kiss-in? I'm sure he appreciated the profits on Friday, just like he appreciated the profits on Wednesday. So on that note, And let's include the picketers down in Atlanta, too. On that note, it ended up being Chick-Fil-A 3, opponents nothing. Thank you for allowing me to bore you. And let's hear your comments. And no trolls. Okay? Anything I see that's trollish will be deleted. And I do check my videos frequently. Hasta la bye-bye.